We just went to a recent homeless shelter and I met this lady, and she doesn't speak much, but she showed us all of her paintings and it was really cool. Honestly, it's been creating friends across the district and knowing that I can find a friend if I go anywhere, literally.
My favorite memory of my time in Circle K has to be my first DLSSP and the hour-long tug-of-war match that we had of just random people coming up and just pulling on this giant rope.
My favorite memory of like an event is the first K-Family kickoff. That was this year, yeah. I thought the event was pretty cool, and like the travel wasn't that bad, but I thought that overall like we made like no-sew blankets, we did trivia, which is probably my favorite part, because my team won. But I think it's just it's a very wholesome event, so I hope that there's many to come.
So my favorite memory was my first district event, which was New York Speaking, and this was the event where I was not close to anyone in Circle K, and I really wanted to give Circle K a shot at what this club was about, because I had done service events, but I didn't know the fellowship aspect of it. And I brought face masks with me, and I had my home club with me. And what we did was we wore face masks together, and it was really funny because none of them had ever done that. So all had that weird white face mask, and they were like, you know what? It's near Halloween. Why not go and scare people? But we forgot that there's like minus 30 degrees in the area. So we went outside and our faces were frozen, and we ran around the hotel scaring people, and that was hilarious.
My favorite memory is attending the district convention because I got to see the difference that college students across New York are doing in their own respective regions, and it's just so influential and so inspiring to see all their work.
My favorite memory is definitely Servathon 2 years ago because the lieutenant governor at the time, Nikita, was from my school, and seeing her put on such a big event and being able to meet Circle Kers from so many other divisions just around upstate in general is really cool to me and really made me want to get more involved.
I think, actually I know, right off the bat, my most honest favorite memory would be my first meeting. I always knew I wanted to be a part of a service organization. It's one of my morals to give back, and I knew I would find that community in Circle K. And the moment I stepped into the room, even though I didn't know anybody, I immediately knew that I had a future there. And that feeling in itself of fear but excitement was just a beautiful balance.
I think one memory that I have that stands out more than the others is this service project that I went to probably my sophomore year of college. And what happened was we were volunteering at this homeless shelter, but you know, these homeless men, I didn't really feel a connection to them. I was always very intimidated by their presence. And so it was hard for me to connect to the service that I was doing sometimes. But one day there was this man who came in and he only spoke Spanish. At the time I was taking Spanish in class, so then he asked me, I could tell he was asking me, what food are we eating, or what are you serving me right now? So I used the Spanish that I learned in class to tell him that we're eating bean soup, and he smiled at me and he thanked me in Spanish, and then he left. So I thought that was a really important moment for me, not only because I was able to speak with someone and connect with them in some way, but I thought it was really cool how I was able to utilize a skill that I hadn't put into practice in real life before.
My favorite memory of my time in Circle K was during my club's membership ceremony. We had such a great turnout, but not just that, it was not just a number, but the type of people we came. It was a very fun event with lots of fellowship, and we all came together in the beginning to do the decorations, to prepare the food, and every single aspect had some sort of connection with each other that we made that event, and we had a lot of great time with each other. At the end, there was like a little dance-off, which I totally won, but like, let's be real here. But it was a lot of fun, so that's definitely one of my favorite memories.
So personally, I really want to get to know different people and learn how to just communicate with different people. So as district secretary, I am talking to the 30 or so secretaries in the district, and being able to do that, they are very different people, and just learning the different ways that you can talk to people and reach out to them and like have them like complete the tasks that they need to do. In addition to just like training them, and I feel like that's really important and something that clubs need. I also really want to increase my public speaking abilities. That is something that I think I've struggled with over the years, and the more I have to push myself to talk to these people and get into these situations, the more I'm practicing these skills and bettering them.
In the role as a district officer, I definitely want to learn how to work with different types of people. Especially, I want to learn not only to learn how to accommodate them, but also learn something new for myself as a person, because I really like to get to know different views, and in that way, I kind of want to not only better myself, but better them.
How to communicate without getting frustrated.
As a district treasurer, I really want to make sure that I'm a support system for the treasurers. It might not be an easy task because I do live downstate and a lot of the clubs are upstate. So I want to make sure that even if I can't physically go to their club meetings and show them the support, even through virtually having meetings with them, I am able to show them they can depend on me. It is going to be hard because more than 40 people and to have one-on-one connection with them, but I do know that if I keep pushing hard and if I really care, I can make it happen.
So as Lieutenant Governor, I would really hope that I can inspire as many people as I can, including my club officers, my members, key club members, and Kawanians.
I look forward to working with the new district board, especially. It's been a long time since I've been on one, and I do appreciate the camaraderie that we kind of build here on the district board. I look forward to building my skills in managing other people and kind of working as a leader to assist others and progressing our district as a whole.
I'm looking forward to learning. How to go and work closer with all the committees and the other executive board members and LTGs in order to go and help strengthen all 3 tenants in every single club across the New York district as a whole.
One thing I look forward to learning in my position as a district officer is how to encourage those around me. So as a committee chair, I'm in a really unique position in that I get to mentor those directly who are below and around me, not only in how to make the best graphics or take the best photos, or to use different softwares, but also in how to manage stress, manage college life, how to make friends, and be that and how to be that kind of person that I needed in my first and second years here.
So for me, fellowship's my favorite, and I think it's really about connecting with other Circle Kers and learning about their experience.
Well, I'm awards chair this year, and I think on top of fellowship, giving back to the people who make Circle K great for you is very important, and recognizing them for their hard work and the amount of time and stress they put into Circle K is really important. So by the end of it, I want to recognize not just the people who always do the work, but also the people who do the work in the background and don't always get recognized, or the people who are in smaller clubs and have less chances of getting some of the big awards. So yeah, that's it.
Service is extremely important to me because it's the way we can make the biggest impact on our communities.
Fellowship, and it means being a large board of people all coming together in hope of kind of improving everyone's well-being and helping the community in any way we can.
Kind of biased because I am service and dismiss chairs, but it is service, and that's just because I gain happiness from improving the lives of others, and I love giving back because I feel so grateful in my life, and I want to be able to spread that.
Of the 3 tenets of Circle K, my favorite is definitely service. With all the things that we add on to the Community Service Club, I feel like we sometimes get lost in the leadership and fellowship aspects. But service, I think, is really what binds us all together, and it's really the truest part of Circle K. The reason that we are all here instead of any other club where we just have socials or professional development is we want to help people, and I think that's something that's really unique to Circle K. There's not many organizations that are completely based around that.
One of the tenets that I really enjoy in Circle K is fellowship. I feel that it's really important to foster community within each club so that people feel comfortable and feel that they have a safe space. college can be hard sometimes, and finding that home away from home is really important. I think Circle K can provide this for everyone, as well as just making meaningful connections throughout life.
My favorite tenet of Circle K is leadership, and what it means to me is not just for you to take opportunities to become a leader, but you giving those opportunities to others so they can grow as well. And I feel like that's so important that we not only foster that leadership in ourselves, but also provide those opportunities for others to grow.
So my favorite tenet is fellowship, and the reason why is because of the fact that when I first came into Circle K, I was genuinely looking for a place where I can feel like kind of connected to, and so having to go to a club meeting and then just genuinely meeting up new people is like a huge deal for me. So once I joined, I made sure that I went around and kind of like bring in more people, and then fellowship activities like socials and stuff like that, you kind of get to know people more, and you know, people join people, so it's a huge deal.
Out of the 3 tenets, I want to describe fellowship because through Circle K, I feel like I've made lifelong friends that are going to stick with me way beyond my college years, and that we all focus on the other tenets of Circle K together.
My favorite tenet in Circle K would probably be fellowship, because I joined Key Club when I was in high school, and literally half my friends that I have today are from Key Club. And on top of that, like in Circle K, when I joined a different club that wasn't my home club because we didn't have a club in my school. And I've made so many friends since then, and I think like doing service and giving back to the community is so much more fun with friends. So fellowship has to be hands down my favorite.
My favorite tenet is service, because it's the most impactful way we as college students are able to make a difference in our schools, communities, college campuses, and the world.
Family.
Family. Growth.
One word that describes CKI to me is family.
Family.
Circle K. Growth.
One word that represents CKI for me is inspiring.
Difference.
One word that represents CKI would have to be unity.
So for me, one word that represents Circle K is the word kindness.